Hi guys. So since we've last spoke, I almost died. Yep. I got in a car accident and I like destroyed my insides and I broke my back and fractured a bunch of other stuff. I fractured my arm and my pelvis and everything, and I am now, I spent about a month in the hospital, you know, slowly like healing and whatnot, and then after a month, I finally made it home. Yeah. It's been, what, a month and a half now since I got home? Mm-hmm. And in that time, I've been slowly healing, strengthening my walk, my surgery incision that's down the middle was slowly closing up, and now is just a dark scar with a collection of little scabs and whatnot. Ew, that sounds really gross. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well, you know, considering what happened. In 10 days, or is it 10 days? No, like 15 days, I'm supposed to speak at the trauma survivor reunion at USC, and still trying to figure out what I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's what I've been up to lately.
So, what's been going on lately? It's been a while since we've done one of these.
I think so. I picked this car up, sedan number 3, over, I think it was like Christmas. It's kind of like a Christmas present to myself. Mm-hmm. I've actually known this car for a long time. It belonged to Alec. I don't know the name right now.
No. A friend.
It belonged to my friend, and it was pretty much a stock sedan, but he had it painted red, and you know, sedans, 96 2000 Civic sedans never came red. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I ended up picking it up. Picked it up from another friend, who my other friend had sold it to, and went. I think I had like Christian drive me over there. I drove it here and then pulled the engine out that night and stripped it all down, as you can see, and I just started drilling a bunch of holes. Kind of. I mean, like yeah. So I think the interesting thing about this car, or what people may find interesting, is the fact that instead of seam welding, I decided to rivet this one. I've seen welded or parts of cars in the past, like Christian's EK, for example, is the whole, everything in front of the firewall is completely seam welded. He did that, but it was basically the same process. You got to get all the seam sealer and undercoating off so that well, when you weld it, so it doesn't contaminate the welds. But in this case, just so we can see exactly where every seam was. And then I measured, marked, and drilled out each of these holes. There's about 2,700 holes here. As you can see, every single seam. If you look underneath, you'll be able to. You may be able to see it, but
yeah, I'm not going underneath.
I know, but a good area where you can see is that you can see up here where all the rivets are, but if you look underneath, you can see why they are where they are. Each seam, about a 1/4 inch from the edge, 3/4 inch spacing, for 5/32 aluminum rivets. Some people have asked why aluminum, and that they seem, some people, especially ignorant people, seem to think that the car is going to fall apart.
Yeah.
But the spacing is done in such a way that all the factory spot welds are left, as much as possible, are left in place. Mm-hmm. So I space the rivets. And you can see here, for example, this is a good example. so that it actually avoids the factory spot welds. So we are actually adding more reinforcement as opposed to removing the way the car was, or essentially undoing how the car was manufactured and then replacing those points with rivets.
Yeah.
This is just simply reinforcement.
You didn't drill out all the stock welds.
No. And then I just get like a whole disassembled Civic and have to put it back together.
Then the car would definitely fall apart.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. But at this point, with the spacing and with the, I mean, I'm not like an engineer or anything, but like general like strength of 50-52 rivets, aluminum rivets. I imagine that most of the load that the car will experience will be on the rivets themselves, just due to the fact that it's at this spacing, it's going to be much stronger than the factory spot welds, and then the factory spot welds will be any kind of reinforcement on top of that. So we basically switched the roles, but without negating the factory spot welds. Or the factory way of assembling the vehicle.
And this one's going to be finished eventually, right?
Maybe like 30, 40 years. Well, the reason why I was going to finish it, like, I was going to just keep working on this one, but then my friend Hui, I've had his car here for a little bit. I've known this car for, I don't know. I've known the car for like 10 years. He used to, the owner of the car, he's had it, I think it might have been his first car actually. He's had it forever since he was in high school. And we used to drive a lot together. He was like the only guy that had close to as little of a life as I did.
Yeah.
When I lived in San Jose. So we would drive, he would come up with me to the mountain like once or twice a week at least. Yeah, so. Oh, I've had his car because originally I put the engine that I built from my previous EG into this car. But due to a fuel pump failure and the engine leaning out, we actually need to rebuild the engine. So, I know, right? That's how life works. So he had it for a while and then it came back, and then this time he was like, you know what, fuck it, like, He has a decent job now. He's a smart guy. Like, he went to school and stuff, and he's like, I'm just gonna build the car like I always wanted to, like from when I was in high school kind of situation. So I was like, well.
So you wanted to drill a bunch of holes in it?
So. No, like I'm gonna like.
Let's go stand over here.
Okay. Like completely strip it down.
So a hole for every year of friendship.
I don't think I've been alive for that long. So this one, yeah, the whole rivet thing is getting done to this car too. Probably close to about the same amount. As you can see if you look inside, like unnecessary brackets have all been removed. Like obviously this, you can't put a rear seat back in this car anymore.
No.
A lot of the random brackets that are on the firewall, insulation, all that stuff. Because there's like a strange second layer of firewall that, and in between the two, there's a good amount of sound deadening there. So that whole panel was removed. That's what all these little spot welds are, as you can see. And then
to keep out the fire.
To keep out the fire. No, to reduce engine noise and road noise. It's a comfort thing. And there's like random little brackets for like the airbag computer and like little brackets that held like random bullshit on.
Yeah.
And like all these studs and shit will be cut off.
Well, this is the same process that you went through with your car, right?
Yeah, so it will essentially look just like that. But this one, I'm getting it ready right now because we are building a cage for it. My friend Dave over at Rare JDM in Long Beach, he's a super nice dude, and he just like, yeah, he has like I think he has like 40 years of experience in machining and welding. So he's an older guy, but he's been really cool, and
He just wants some company. Company from a young boy.
Who's a young boy? Dude, I'm 30 next year. But no, realistically, I think he just wants to see cool shit, and he wants to do cool shit, and like that's so our.
When are you gonna bring it over there?
Monday.
Oh. Okay.
I was actually gonna bring it over today, but there's like a little bit of seam sealer and stuff left underneath. Well, it's underneath the car that I wanted to get off before I bring it there. I wanted to take up room in his shop for the least amount of time possible, but he has like 2 TIGs.
Yeah.
He has a mill lathe, and he's incredibly accommodating. So I'm gonna build the cage there. It'd be 4130 chromoly. The typical, nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it would just be lightweight and functional. And as soon as that's done, I'll bring it back, and then I'll start riveting. I mean, I'll paint everything and then rivet it, and then after that, this exterior stuff. Build all the aero, and then get it painted.
Yeah.
And then this car is getting the Brembo GT big brake kit.
Yeah.
17s in the front, 16s in the rear. Running 255 up front, probably about 215 or 205 in the rear. All the suspension is getting redone. A bunch of ASR stuff, X8 stuff, as usual.
It's a very riveting build.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like actually, like popping all the rivets. I've been doing it by hand on that one.
Yeah, you're gonna have arthritis by 32.
It's the easiest part, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Like, for one, like measuring out every seam, and then spacing, and then making sure it's all as straight as possible. That's definitely, and then drilling the holes. That's definitely the most.
Yeah. How many drill bits have you gone through?
I went through 13 on that one, so it's not that bad. They're like $3 each.
Yeah.
Like the Milwaukee Red Helix one.
It's a free shout out. Send us some drill bits, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee does not
Milwaukee Tool Company.
No, I use dude, Milwaukee shit is dope. I use Milwaukee drill, impact, and like I buy it all retail at fucking Home Depot, and it's just like so worth it.
It's cool, man.
I like Milwaukee stuff, man. I don't know what it is.
It's good.
And it's like so. I sound like I sound like a commercial, but dude, it's like so fucking reasonably priced.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have the wheels on this one. Oh, 'cause I was gonna roll it out, but you can see where like this is like the first stage of removing all the undercoating and seam sealer. I literally fucking just scraped that shit off. And
What do you want, Dwayne?
Dwayne, what do you want?
You want ice cream?
Ooh.
You want ice cream?
Yeah. Our customer is ice cream man.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is Dwayne. You guys know Dwayne from our compound. He's right next door.
Distributes ice cream.
Here you go. Wait, you sell tires or ice cream?
Well, the new business selling
Oh,
ice cream.
shit,
I'm saying
dude.
one of our customers ice
Is this
cream.
even, what is this? Double King Neapolitan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's
Yeah.
like boxes of these. So.
Thanks.
You got more.
Welcome to Formula Drift, Long Beach. What's your name?
Chris Jr.?
I'm a fan of your YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank
He's
you.
also going to be a YouTuber one day. He's had this since 2011 and he's been making little videos and he's going to release it soon. But you know, good videos take a long time to make.
more concerned about the t-shirt. Damn, dude. The super is pretty nice too. Yeah. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Wheelchair gang, wheelchair gang.
Yep. We're sponsored by Ken Gucci.
Sorry, just rolling through. Just rolling through.
Look at my
Sorry.
earring. Look at my wheelchair.
Represent, yeah, Gucci gang.
Yeah. Wheelchair gang. Doing alright.
Because we
He's doing alright, right?
He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah.
Let's look at the car.
So, as you guys have seen from Yuta and Tiffany, we're kind of going about our regular routine. Tiffany got into a pretty bad car accident, so we spent like a couple of months just kind of focusing on her recovery. Like after the accident, she was pretty much in the hospital for a solid month, maybe a little bit over a month, and then I was going to the hospital every single day just to be with her and stuff and make sure she's okay, and then be there with her family. And then after she got out, she's still dealing with home care and stuff like that, so I'm not at the office that much anymore, as much as I'd like to be, just to get stuff done, push out content, all that stuff. That's because I've been dealing with regular life stuff, and I know you guys understand that, and it's difficult, but you know, we're getting there. I think she has like maybe like another 6 months to a year before she's like fully recovered, and then we're gonna see how she does. But in the time that we were gone, there wasn't really much car stuff going on anyway, so we wouldn't have had that much content, so I guess there wasn't that much of a change. I guess I just wanted to update you guys just to make sure that you guys are still around and know that we're still around, even though there was like maybe like a 2 or 3 month gap where you didn't hear from us. So things are slowly getting back on schedule. Like Formula D happened, Weekfest Atlanta, and then for the next couple weeks and next couple months is when the show season and the car stuff really comes into like full effect, I guess you can say. There's some stuff going on overseas too, and I'm actually heading back to Japan in a couple weeks to deal with the week stuff over there, so I can record more content, I guess, for you guys to see. Everything else has been good. I think we're all just kind of dealing with life stuff, which is pretty normal. And then, I mean, the accident was unfortunate, but I think it like brought everybody closer together, and that kind of reminded us what was important, you know, in life, and then getting closer to our friends and everything, and making sure that everyone is okay. So pretty happy with everything so far. In the beginning of the year, while we were away, I actually like knocked off one of my bucket list things that I always wanted to do, which is publish a book. It's pretty much like I've been doing the Chronicles for 10 years now. The YouTube channel hasn't been around that long, but I've been in this car thing for quite some time. So in that 10 years, I collected a lot of photos and stuff that, you know, from all my travels and stuff, and then I really wanted to like, you know, find some of my favorite photos, put them into a book, and then I don't know, I kind of started off as like a kind of a small thing. I'll like make like 50 or something, but I ended up doing really well, so I published like maybe a couple hundred of them, and then they flew off the shelves, I guess you can say. And I kind of, I don't know, lifted my spirits, I guess you can say, with all the stuff that's been going on, and then kind of helped to keep the business and the shop and the brand and everything afloat while I was away, and then helped me get a new car. I mean, not a new car, a used car, you know, but I needed one, and then I couldn't drive that Odyssey everywhere now, especially with Tiffany needing to like walk around with a cane and stuff like that. And then sometimes we have a wheelchair, and she bought a wheelchair. We just need to put that thing together. But I don't know, everything has been good. I'm happy with the book, and then everyone seems to like it. And trying to get a new camera. Always trying to push the gear, you know, because my gear is pretty old. So I want to start producing more and more content, better content, and then everything's solid, man. I just want to thank you guys for all the support. Everyone around here that you guys see on these videos, they appreciate it, you know. So things are good. And hope you guys stick around, subscribe if you want. I don't know if you guys subscribe to YouTube channels, but if you're watching this, you probably should subscribe if you want to see what's new. So, especially now that there's going to be more stuff coming. Now you guys know where we've been and what we've been up to. So, stick around. Thank you.
And now you brought ice cream, so we have to eat it now. So just might as well eat it with us.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm passing you.
no, just fucking eat it with us.
I think we've gone through enough already. So.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, because then we have to talk about it on the podcast too, and it's going to be really boring for me if I have to hear it twice.
Let's give Dwayne gave us ice cream. Dwayne, what do you do?
No, we've already promoted his shop.
Yeah. I don't do
Yeah.
anything right now.
He sells tires.
He sells so many tires.
He sells tires, and the business has grown enough where he can live inside of his shop.
I like to work from home.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne, who's the biggest federal dealer in the U.S.?
I don't know. I
In
really don't
California.
know.
Our compound?
Is it our compound?
Oh yeah, it's our compound, but
Yeah.
we'd like to be more. We'd like to be diversified.
Oh yeah, it's our compound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my ice cream.
The way the lighting looks, he's just dark. He looks like a player that hasn't been
No.
unlocked yet.
That's what he looks like in real life. That's what he looks like in good lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you see him in bad lighting.
Hey, Vita Club, yeah, our compound.
Oh yeah, who runs Vita Club?
Amir.
I'm here.